Hello everyone, Jeff and Jay here with another edition of Jay's Big Adventure. Jay's a fuzzy guy, and today we are adding some lowering pegs for our 2020 BMW K1600GT. One of the differences between the GT and the GTL are the position of the foot pegs. I use this bike for a lot of long distance work. The GTL foot positions would actually be a little bit easier, so what we've done is we've gone to AliExpress and bought these machined brackets. What'll happen is this is going to go in here, this is going to go in here, and supposedly lower the foot pegs and bring them forward just a bit, make it a little more comfortable. I'm 6'4", so my knee gets a pretty good bend in it, and that's what we're trying to eliminate. If you go to some of the BMW places, I mean, they want like 150 bucks for these things. I got these on AliExpress. I think they were $23, and amazingly, the machining looks really, really nice. So we're going to take the peg off. There's a clip in the bottom. I'm going to drive this peg out of here and install this, put the foot peg in, see if that makes a difference. If you look at the underside of the peg, there's a little C-clip right here. We're going to pull that clip out and we should be able to drive this pin right out the top. Okay. I don't know if this is going to show up on camera, but they've actually stamped which side is which, and this one is the right side. So one of the things that happens when you go cheap is there are no instructions, no diagrams, no nothing. But what we found is this is the right side, and it orients like this. So this is the original pin from the bike that's going to go here. To assemble it, you're going to slide the foot peg in and then drop the supplied pin down through the hole. It'll take just a little bit of tapping to get that thing all the way through there. There we go. And now they supplied a cotter pin to go on the bottom side to keep this pin in place. There we go. Here, let me film this. With everything realigned, we'll reinstall the C-clip on the bottom of the shaft. C-clip on the bottom of that shaft. One thing I should have done, and which I'll do on the other side, is protect the paint. We scratched that a little bit. I'll get some touch-up paint and fix that so it's not scratching the paint on the bike. But you can tell there's quite a bit of drop here. The peg center line used to be here. So not only is it quite a bit lower, but it is a little further forward as well. So I don't know if this is going to show up on film, but sitting on the bike, this side has not been done yet. Look at where my knee is in comparison to the lock button on the side compartment. If I come across the bike to the new side, there's actually a difference here. And it's not a huge difference, but it's not insignificant. I can feel the difference in my hips. And I'm really kind of excited about trying this out on the road and seeing. So there's the side that's been done with the lowering peg. Here's the original one. Now we're going to do this side as well. Because we're lowering the peg, I'd like to be able to lower the shift lever as well. So what we're going to do is take these 3 bolts off of this cover and see how much adjustment we have in the mechanism. On the left side, this pin wouldn't come out and clear this head, so he had to just loosen this bolt. This is what holds the shift lever to the bike, but we just loosened that up so that pin will slide back. Now that we're done, we're going to go ahead and retighten that. But before I do that, I wanted to show you this. This is part of the, I believe, part of the reverse mechanism, and it looks like this is a lock. So let's start the bike, fire it up, and see if we can watch that work. We're in neutral. If I press the reverse button, that locks in place. So now I can't accidentally bump the shift lever while the bike's in reverse. When I push the button again, it unlocks. So it looks like there is a little bit of adjustment on this end of the rod. This one looks like it's fairly far out, so I don't want to try to lower that anymore. I don't know how many threads I've got in here. And with this ride coming up, I don't have a lot of time to play with this. But it does look like there's some room up here. What I'm going to have to do probably is take this side pod off, loosen that lock nut, take the bolt out, spin it, and see how much adjustment I have in that connection, and that will eventually lower the peg. Okay, well, I just got back from the sport bike ride, and a couple of things that really struck me. First of all, they are significantly more comfortable. It extends that knee a little bit more, and definitely makes it more comfortable for a longer ride. This is only about 3 hours, so it wasn't too bad, but I can see on a long trip how this difference in comfort will really add up, especially at the end of the day. What I wasn't expecting is just how much ground clearance I gave up to do this. Now, the pegs are still spring-loaded, so they do fold out from under your foot when you get over terribly far. But I'm dragging significantly earlier than I was. I'm on a really aggressive ride. That's something that's going to take some getting used to. But the total ground clearance of the bike hasn't changed. The pegs just fold out of the way to give you the clearance that you had originally. So I think it's just going to be a matter of getting used to the fact that they touched down earlier and go from there. Once Wolf Creek Pass opens up and I can go back to some roads that I know really well, I'll be able to make a better determination. But for right now, for $25, this is a great improvement. Just like the handlebar risers, those little things kind of add up. And I've customized the bike to where it fits me. I'm 6'4", and makes a big difference in comfort on a long trip. That is kind of what we're looking for, and I plan on putting a lot of more miles on this bike this summer. So that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and we'll have more videos out soon.